Okay, our next item. D 2019-1687, Garrett Homes LLC, requesting permission to work in an upland review area for construction of a 99,100 square foot metal building with parking spaces. Retail building. On spaces located at 7 Moosa Pond Road, Oregon.
Hello. Ready?
Go ahead.
All right. The director, my name is Matt Bruton. I'm an engineer from BL Companies here on behalf of Garrett Homes. I'll walk you through the project and hopefully answer any questions you have. Existing survey is on the board now. Moosa Pond Road across the top. Putnam Road diagonally here. This is the intersection where they meet. Currently, this is actually 2 parcels. There's a sliver of land right here and a larger lot here, both owned by Mr. Corson. Historically, this sliver of land was actually part of Putnam Road before the intersection was modified 30, 40 years ago. Together, the lots are a little over 5 acres. Topography varies from 236 in this corner here all the way down to 222. This is the wetland in green, and the pink line shows the upland review area. There are obviously wetlands on site with the upland review area, and that's kind of it for the existing conditions. There's an existing home right here and one right here as well. Under proposed conditions, this is kind of rotated slightly, so Moosa Pond is this way, Putnam is across the bottom. The wetlands are over here. This is the upland review line. So as you can tell, we're literally just touching a sliver of the upland review area, and there's no direct wetland impacts. What we're proposing is a 9,100 square foot retail building, shown here in this tan color. Single access drive to Putnam Road. We have 46 paid parking spaces that are shown in the dark gray, which complies with local zoning regulations. Of the 2 lots, the lot line will be modified to accommodate this new structure. The existing home on Moosa Pond Road will be demolished. The other one here will remain as is. In terms of utilities, everything is available either on site or in the street. So gas, sanitary, electric, telephone. In terms of stormwater, we're increasing impervious area, so we need to treat stormwater for the 2004 Connecticut Stormwater Manual and the 2002 Sediment Erosion Control Guidelines. We're proposing a stormwater system on site, which will match the drainage patterns, attenuate peak flows for the 210 and 100-year events, and also provide 80% TSS removal, which is total suspended solids. We're doing that with a series of catch basins with deep sumps and hoods. We have water quality swales, we have hydrodynamic separators, and we have an above ground detention basin. As you can see here, obviously these are some of the pipes connections in the driveway. This is a detention basin back here. It'll spill out in this area here and continue to go down to the wetlands, so it's not deprived of the water that it gets today. And when it discharges from here, it'll basically be cleaned through all these devices. We also have in our plan a set of photometric plans shows the site lighting for safety and security. They're LED, dark sky compliant, full cutoff fixtures. In addition to what we've shown on this plan, in the packet there is a erosion sedimentation control plan. So that is devices that the contractor would use during construction to make sure none of your roads or wetlands are affected while the ground isn't stabilized. So that shows things like silt fence, silt sacks, construction entrances, soil stockpile areas, erosion control blankets. So that's kind of the quick runaround. We're barely touching upland review area, no direct wetland impacts, and obviously we have a new state-of-the-art stormwater management system once the place is built and operational.
Does anybody have any other questions?
The outfalls on the top right from
Down here?
the center, the top
Oh,
right.
yeah.
What's that on the left side of the building?
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so currently, when the road was realigned, whenever that happened to be, there's a DOT piping that cuts diagonally across this parcel. So this is Moosa Putnam. There's drainage pipes that go diagonally across this parking lot, or across this parcel. So what we're proposing to do with that is cut it off here and put it into a swale, and so it doesn't actually cut diagonally through the proposed building and parking lot. So basically, the water from the street will outlet here through a head wall and a swale and continue on to where it was going. Our system will also capture and be cleaned and discharge here as well, so water continues to go that same direction. Goal obviously is to clean the water, but also to match the drainage points as well. So everything goes in this direction. Same thing with this side here. There is a drainage pipe that went straight through this side. We're going to put a catch basin, divert it, and put it in a swale as well, so nothing will be affected by the building at all. DOT was nice enough to give up the land and leave all the stuff on it for the landowner to deal with.
You handle their water, right? Do you have a plan showing all the temporary erosion controls?
Yeah, EC1 in the plan set and EC2 in the plan set show the devices, the silt fence, the sacks, construction entrances, and then EC2 actually shows the order of construction and what they need to be done.
Do we have the plans?
Perhaps you just want to cross over here and do that.
Those are the devices. So the kind of on the perimeter around the basin, you can see this hatch pattern for some of the steeper slopes regarding the swales and drainage basins. So that has an erosion control blanket on that for the slopes that are 2 to 1, 3 to 1. We also show the SF, which goes around the perimeter, which is the silt fence, which is designated by the SF that goes all the way around. We also have a construction entrance, which is riprap stone that knocks off all the grit and grime from construction vehicles, so it's not dragged into the right of way. We also show the corner here, you can see the symbols of a silt sack. Those would go on all the catch basins, provide catch filters into the system prior to the site being stabilized. We also stockpile areas for soil here, and we also show a concrete wash pit for the contractor during construction. If you go to EC2, obviously this is our whole construction sequence and erosion control for a variety of situations with this project. It's a lot of words, but that basically covers all situations involved in this project.
So motion Z 2019-1687 be approved.
Is there a second?
Motion second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All set.
Thanks so much.
Item A, Z 2020-1707 of Garrett Homes LLC, requesting site plan review for a 9,100 square foot retail building with 46 parking spaces, concrete walkways, dumpster pad, unloading area, stormwater management system, site lighting, utilities, and landscaping on property located at 7 Moosup Pond Road, Warrigan, map 13, block 85, lot 7 and 7A, C1 zoning district. Yes, please. All right, go ahead. Yep.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Matt Bruce. I'm an engineer from VO Companies. I'm here on behalf of the applicant. With me is Doug Ritter, the architect for the project. I'll walk you through the site, and hopefully if you have any questions, you can just shout them out or wait till the end. Up on the board here now is the existing conditions of this property. To give you some orientation, Moosup Pond Road is across the top. Putnam Road, which is Route 12, is diagonal here. There's two parcels here in the C2 commercial zone. One of them is 0.85 acres, and that includes this little sliver that's mostly along Putnam Road. And then another 4.3 acre parcel, which has frontage on Moosup Pond. And it actually extends further down here. This parcel is vacant. This parcel has a single-family residential home at the moment. Topography in general goes from 236 to 220. High point kind of in this intersection area, low point over here. There is an existing wetland on the back of the parcel. We got approval from inland wetlands last month. There are a bunch of utilities on the property now. If you guys are familiar with this area, apparently Route 12 used to be a different orientation, so a lot of the remaining drainage structures and utilities that were in Route 12, as the road got moved, all the utilities stayed the same, so they all kind of crossed this 0.85 acre parcel. Proposed conditions. I rotated this slightly, so Moosup Pond is diagonally here, Putnam Road across the bottom. Just to give waters, if you guys are familiar, there's a Gulf service station across the street, a little bit of residence across Moosup Pond Road. There's B&R Auto next door, and then United Services in Brookwood, diagonally across in this direction. And then kind of further back here is that big Stanley Staples large industrial building. So what we're proposing is a 900 square foot retail building. As you can see here, it's kind of soft pink color. We have 46 proposed paid parking spaces, which complies with the zoning regulations. Pointing out some things, main entrance to the building would be centered here, facing Putnam Road, with handicap spaces centered on it. The loading area for the building would be tucked here, which would be away from the view of the intersection of the road and the residential butters on Moosup Pond. We have a single access drive to Putnam Road. This is a DOT road, so an encroachment permit is required from them. All the building layouts and parking layouts comply with the applicable setbacks and height restrictions and all that. In terms of drainage, we are increasing the impervious area on site, so we need to comply with 2004 National Stormwater Manual and the 2002 Erosion and Sedimentation Control Guidelines. We're doing that. So how we're doing that is any of the paved areas that you see here are captured by catch basins with deep sumps and hoods that are directed to swales and a detention basin in the rear, and then discharging to the rear of the parcel. The previous, prior, as it is today, there's existing drainage lines that kind of cut through the building. We're looking to relocate that so the building can go in its place. So these two areas here and this one here are rerouting the DOT drainage around the building to water quality soils. So what this does is this provides water quality. This is 80% TSS removal, which is required by the state. TSS stands for the total suspended solids. We also match drainage points, so everything before was drained to this point. We're continuing to do that here. And with the addition of the structures in the basin, we're mitigating peak flows, so any of the downstream waters aren't going to get a gush of water that wasn't previously going in the direction. In terms of proposed utilities for the building, everything's available either on site or in the street, so that's sanitary sewer, gas, telephone, and water. In terms of landscaping, we have a variety of trees and shrubs along the frontage of the parcel and the parking lot, and also inside some of the interior islands. We also are requesting a 25-foot landscape buffer waiver. Instead, we're proposing a 6-foot high solid vinyl fence along the perimeter on both these sides to the neighboring houses. In addition to what you see in the plan here, we do also have an erosion and sedimentation control plan during construction before the site is stabilized. So that picks things like construction entrance, silt sacks, silt fence, erosion control blankets, things of that nature. In addition to that, we also provide a photometric plan, has LED, full cutoff dark sky compliant fixtures, provide obviously the safety and security of employees and patrons. That's kind of a quick overview of the site. Doug here can show you the architecture that's proposed, unless you guys have any questions.
Where exactly is the area you're asking for the waiver and vegetated buffer, and how far does it extend?
Right, so the 25-foot vegetated buffer is required along this boundary here. Because of the reconfiguration of the DOT piping that kind of crisscrosses this property when it used to be part of the road, we're proposing to put these water quality swales along the perimeter to match the drainage points. And instead of planting that basin to go up and down, would really provide a lot of, I guess, screening to the basin. We're proposing this 6-foot solid fence along this entire perimeter.
So it would go along the entire borders on both of those sides?
Both of those sides, correct.
Okay.
And it wouldn't interfere with any sight lines or anything like that.
So what will be maintained along Moosa Pond Road?
Moosa Pond Road right now is just a grass swale that is, we're approximately 10 feet lower than Moosa Pond Road, so we're kind of down an embankment. So I guess half of the building would be kind of sheltered because we're actually in a hole compared to Moosa Pond Road and house across the street.
And then on the Route 12 side, that'll just be seeded?
Yep, so we have seed along the front here in the green. Obviously, this strip here, that's just the aerial, that's the DOT right of way. We're not proposing to touch anything there. There's an existing tree in the front here that we're proposing to remain. So we're adding a tree here, shoved around the proposed pylon side.
Any other questions on this before we move on to the architecture?
Is there room to pull a tractor trailer in there and turn around?
Yes, I think it's part of the plan set that was given to staff. It's a truck turning plan for WD 67. So we did the worst case scenario with that. So we have it turning from the right here and then leaving to the right. The truck movement would come in here, pull along the front of the building, back into the loading area, and then continue out to the right. We have adequate sight lines both directions. And we obviously didn't want to show any other driveway connections to those roads to kind of be sensitive to the residents in the area. And we obviously push this as far back as possible to stay away from the intersection, back up queues that would kind of result in that area.
Orientation to the road, where does the driveway align with? Is it far enough that it aligns with Shepherd Hill Road, or is it closer to where the driveway of the gas station
So
is?
this is the driveway of the gas station, I believe. These two, I believe this is the next business now, which is
United Services
Right,
driveway?
I believe this one is the Brookwood. Yeah. So we have it lined up with the one in the middle, which is kind of the corner of our property. So it's kind of offset from the other ones that exist.
Okay.
It's at least lined up with one.
So orientation-wise, it lines up with the United Services driveway?
Correct.
Okay, so it's not lined up with Shepherd Hill Road, that's further down?
Further down, yeah. I believe
evening. As Matt said, my name is Doug Linder. I'm with the firm of BKA Architects. We're the architect of record on the project. I just want to give you the architecture that we're proposing. To start along here on Putnam Road, this is the entry space. Basically, it is it's got a focal point of sliding doors, which is a dark bronze adorned by a gable-style covered canopy that's going to double as a signage for the tenant when they're determined, as well as the traditional blue. We have windows flanking on either side of the entry. They are light gray spandrel. Because it's going to be a retail tenant, they don't really know what their product is going to be, so they're going to be opaque. You can't see inside, and they're more of a decoration. We have a red brick base and a light gray clapboard adorned by vertical and horizontal white trim. We're going to use a cementitious product called Hardywood. It almost looks like a wood type of product as the grain and it's cementitious, so it's a bit more durable. On the two sides, we're going to start on Lucid Pond Road. This is actually the side where the egress is, shown by this side. It also shows the light red brick covering the side as well. And it's going to have a horizontal aluminum wood trim. It's a two-tone gray palette, light gray in the front and dark gray on the two sides, metal panel. And the side where the loading is going to be is pretty much similar to this side, except that the double set of doors and more lighting, essentially this vertical loading there. This is the rear of the building. Pretty much it's going to have all the gutters that collect all the rain runoff. The roof pitches from high below to the rear. And it's a one single gutter that runs across to basically collect all the rain runoff. The architectural detailing is more Greek revival. There, a little bit more of a upscale appearance.
Correct. Yes, it's flush. Right, so that's the act depicted in this corner here. It's just an act grade. And I just verified this driveway that's here, that's actually Shepherd Hill Road, which goes to the Brookwood zone. This is the United Services driveway that we're lined up with. Correct. Yeah. So that's the truck turning plan with the site, applicable site lines.
Brian, did CME review the drainage? Because they said they had to adjust the drainage because of the way it was tied in previously.
Connected DOT was reviewing.
Okay, so because it's within the state's right of way, the state has jurisdiction over that drainage plan. Okay. Well, that saves us.
Is this not the Sunday limit? Is that what this is? Is this back on stuff? It is being reconfigured?
Yeah, it's a lot line revision, basically. Mr. Corson currently owns the two parcels. So this little skinny sliver here, which is the 0.85 acres, the other one is the 4.32. Basically, the retail building is going to sit in this area, and we're taking 1.43 acres. So we're going to adjust the lot line between those two buildings and leave the remaining parcels to Mr. Corson in the rear.
This is the one's proper road. What's that? This has got proper.
The other lot has proper road frontage to still be a usable lot.
Yes, this house that's currently in the back here, that'll be demolished to make room for this development, but it has the proper frontage and lot size and all that stuff to be a
So it'll still be a conforming lot.
House right there, so this is behind.
Right. So that house will be taken down, so
It'll be taken
this
down.
will remain.
Correct.
And DOT approval has not been received yet.
Correct. We have submitted to them. We typically submit to them when we submit to the towns, because they like to obviously see your approvals as well. We've had some discussion with them. Explained to Ryan that I've obviously forwarded along any approvals that we did receive. I don't see any pending issues with what we have both in the state right away.
And were all the revisions discussed with staff submitted?
Yes.
Okay. Any other comments or questions from staff? Good. Any other comments or questions from board members? So there are suggestions of approval. DOT approval is required prior to issuing a zoning permit for construction. Plans are to be printed to Mylar and must be recorded in the town clerk's office after commission signature prior to receiving zoning permit. And it was approved by Inland Wetlands.
I'll make a motion to approve this application with the conditions listed. DOT approval.
Yep. So I have a motion to approve with the conditions as read into the record. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Roz. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, application is approved.